If you want to be able to approach women anywhere, anytime, and increase your dating options by meeting more women, then here is one simple exercise that you need to do right now that is going to get you over your approach anxiety and have you approaching more women. My good friend and dating expert Mark Singh shared this exercise in a masterclass that he just hosted recently with me, and it's so good that I had to share it in this video because even if you're really shy and inexperienced with women and you get too nervous whenever you see a cute woman, you can use this technique immediately to become more confident and more poised and start approaching any women you like, anywhere, anytime, within the next 2 weeks, guaranteed. It's going to teach you how to build up confidence when approaching. So if you'd like to see how you can do this, pay attention and keep watching. My name is Marnie, and from here on out, I'm going to be your very own personal wing girl, and every week it is my job to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want. So just hit that subscribe button now so that you never miss out on a video again. Okay, so what is this technique that makes it so easy to approach women and get over approach anxiety? Well, in order to explain this technique, we need to agree on one thing first, and that is the number one thing that stops you from approaching a woman is fear, right? Duh. You're afraid of getting rejected, running out of things to say, looking creepy, and getting embarrassed in public, and so on and so on. So essentially your brain relates talking to a woman as danger, you being in danger. And as long as this mental association exists, you'll always get anxious when you see a cute woman. You can even memorize the best opening lines, but when you see a really attractive woman, your nerves are going to kick in and you'll overthink, and ultimately you're just gonna let her walk away, right? So that's why the first step in learning how to approach women is this: to get over approach anxiety, you have to rewire your brain. You need to rewire your brain to feel like it's okay to talk to women that you do not know. And how do you pull this off? Okay, it's very simple. By showing your brain undeniable proof that it's okay to talk to any woman you see. And this is where my friend Mark Singh's NLP technique comes in. He calls it approach and eject method. And it's got 2 different levels to it. And I want you to do one level for 1 week. Okay, and then progress the level to level 2 for the next week. And that's how you'll get the most out of this exercise and get over this freaking approach anxiety. Now, let's discuss each level one by one. Here's what you'll do in the first level of the approach and eject method. You go out, you walk up to women and ask a very innocent question. So for example, hey, do you know where the train station is? Or, hey, do you know where the nearest Starbucks is? If you're in a line at a coffee shop, hey, do you know what's the best coffee here? At a grocery store, hey, do you know where I can find some pasta? Like, very simple. Just ask a plain, simple question. You're just learning to approach better, right? So then you let her answer the question. Say, all right, thank you. And then you get the hell out of there and you eject from the conversation, and that's the end. That's the success. No need to talk any further. This right here is the first step to rewire your mind. It starts proving to your brain it's okay to talk to strangers. And you start to develop this new philosophy that strangers are friendly. Women are friendly. Or strangers are just friends I haven't met yet. Or women are just friends I haven't met yet. This is crucial to building your new habit of being more social and talking to women you do not know. So just ask an innocent question and then eject before she can reject. And if you do this every day for a week, even just 4 to 5 reps every single day, you will start to reinforce a positive attitude towards talking to women. And these little interactions will serve as reminders that talking to women is completely safe. Now listen, there are 2 critical elements to keep in mind when approaching women, right? First is your energy. And second is your tonality. Your energy is the kind of mood you're showing when you're talking to somebody, what you're presenting them with. So here's the thing. Whenever we meet someone who seems to be in a good mood, who's feeling happy, we leave feeling better for having met them. In other words, the energy you bring to your interactions is contagious. If you're radiating good energy, if you're giving signs of a happy mood, she's gonna feel happy having met you. It's just how it happens. Even if all you did was ask a simple question, said thank you and left. So good smile, approach it with openness. So having good energy is the number one thing you need to approach women. Next is your tonality, and this is massive. If you go up to a woman and there's hesitation in your voice and you're speaking softly, you've already lost. She's either going to ignore you or, she'll answer your question, but not think great things. So be loud. Don't hesitate. Commit to what you're going to say, even if it's just that one question. Next thing to keep in mind is to not sound like you're someone who is beneath her. Like she's up here and you are down here, because you're not. You're on an even playing field. If anything, you're like a little bit above that because you don't know her yet. And you're just wanting her approval. That's what it seems like when you're at that level. So in our masterclass, Mark gave a great tip on how to avoid having it sound like you think this instead of this. So he said, talk like a police officer. A police officer always speaks with authority. They lower the tone of the voice at the end of the sentence. License and registration, please. So use a downward inflection, not license and registration, please. Do you see that there is a difference there? License and registration, please. The downward inflection of your voice conveys confidence and authority. The upward inflection sounds like you're seeking approval. Like, are you going to give it to me? So if you go up to a woman and you ask, hey, do you know where the train station is? Do you know where the train station is? She's going to be a little put off by you, even if it's just a question. This is like a subconscious thing. On the other hand, if you go, hey, do you know where the train station is? Hey, do you know where the train station is? She's going to get a much better impression of you. So I want you to be aware of your energy, and tonality that you're approaching women with, even when you're just doing level 1 of the approach and eject technique. Here's a quick tip for having good energy. So actually it's 2 tips. So have you ever heard of the Superman pose? So the Superman pose was a big TED Talk that was given a long time ago. I think her name was Amy Cuddy, where she explained how to get yourself into a more confident space. You put your hands on your hips like Superman, you stare up in the air, and you let the energy flow through you. This is one tip for getting into a more confident space. The other tip is putting a smile on your face and just going up to a person and asking your question with a smile. That is good energy. This and this. Here's the next level of this method, which is level 2. In this level, you'll be using a tactic that Mark Singh calls stacking. So what is stacking? It just means asking several innocent questions in a row to get a conversation going. That's it, right? Instead of one question, you ask multiple questions. And I know I'm usually very against questions, but this is just to get over this hump. So here's an example. Hey, do you know where is the nearest Starbucks? Down. She answers, well, it's around the corner. Okay, thanks. By the way, have you ever had the chai latte at Starbucks? I've seen other people order it, but I've never had it myself. Then she answers, okay, cool. What's your go-to coffee or tea drink? She gives you an answer. Okay, great. It was nice meeting you. And done. See how simple this is? In the first level, you ask a question and then you get the heck out of there. You eject. And in the second level, you ask a question and you stick around a little bit longer, stack more on top of it, and then you eject. If you do this for a week, again, just 4 to 5 reps per day, meaning 4 to 5 people, women, with solid energy, solid tonality, you are going to rewire your brain to feel safe talking to women. You're just feeding your brain more positive proof and feedback that there's nothing dangerous about you talking to, or nothing wrong about talking to women. It's often so simple. And this is how you start to build that approach muscle and how you'll start feeling more comfortable and at ease talking to women anywhere, anytime. And then you can start finessing how you do it. So if you're someone who's not used to approaching women or you're afraid of approaching women, I highly recommend that this is where you start. Once you're done with the 2 levels of the approach and eject exercise, then you can go ahead and start adding flirting to your interactions, adjusting your method, trying out different techniques so you can build attraction and build chemistry, lengthen your conversations, and start getting phone numbers and dates. But you gotta get this first part down. So in case you don't know it, I have a brilliant program that shows you how to do this, how to flirt with women during conversation once you get those basics down. And it's called the F formula. And I have put a link to it in the description below. In a nutshell, the F formula tells you exactly how to say things, what to say to women to start flirting with her, and then smoothly escalate the vibe, increase her attraction, and get her completely hooked on you. And it gives you countless word for word examples of things to say. It shows you how to be playful with women in a way that they respond to. And plus, it gives you all the guidelines on how to flirt with women so that you don't come across as creepy. And if you're interested in the F formula, which you should be, then go check out this video that I made that explains to you how to use the F formula on women that you find attraction. There is no reason why this can't work for you, because it's worked for thousands of others. All right. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. I will see you next week.